Hello friends. Now let us take up training session 1 in our Java Feel Good web series. I think all of you watch the previous video. In that I explained about Java. First you have to know the strengths and weaknesses of Java language. Thereafter you have to enter into Java subject. That is a prudent approach. Actually many students commonly ask me one question, which is better, either Python or Java. For that, there is no precise answer. In a cricket parlance, I give you an example that exactly applies. Now, Python is like Kohli, and Java is like Dhoni. Which is greater? You decide. But one thing I tell you, there are ample opportunities throughout the world for Java programmers, and 90% of 500 Fortune companies of the world are using Java for their applications. Already I explained to you. Many strengths are there, but choice is yours. Only one point towards Python I tell you is it is easy to learn and easy to use compared to with Java. But in my system, Java also can very easily learn. And one great advantage of Java is I can give you assurance for OCJP certification, Oracle Certified Associate Java Programmer certification. I give 100% pass guarantee for that. If you prepare this and all that, indirectly you are preparing for OCJP only. In this, every bit contribute toward that. Once you secure OCJP certification, you will be in a position to choose your employer just a matter of 2 to 3 months time, because nobody will be your competitor. If you inquire, if you are studying in engineering college, no single person student is having the same certificate. So once you get a OCAJP certification, your stature is different, and you can compete with anybody. That advantage is there by studying Java. Okay. Now in this training session, I am going to explain 5 concepts, only 5 programming concepts. These are core concepts. I don't want to dump many concepts here. If you understand the 5 concepts and all that, you can avoid future doubts. Then you can logically understand all programming concepts well in future. Okay. The first one is data types and variables. Actually, regardless of the language, whenever you start to study any programming language, first and foremost important concept is this: data types and variables. The most unfortunate thing is 90% of college goers do not know the real meaning of that. Without knowing that, they use it in that program from the program number 1. But here I explain everything from real life. Very easily you can learn, because from real life if you start learning, you can get the logic. By that you can own the concept. Simple way. Just half a minute I take. This is a pocket is a data type. Data type, a type of container. In this I am storing this article. This is a variable. Okay. Why we use different types of containers? You know that: pocket, college bag, backpack, suitcase, briefcase, trolley bag, airbag, etc. Why we are using different types of containers? You know that. If you understand that, you can understand data types and variables. Okay, simple way. Just watch 10 minutes. You can own the concept, and you will be in a position to explain this concept to anybody. Second one, variables and data structures. Variables and data structures. Actually, variable is meant for storing single data. Suppose your age, your height. Like this, single data item you can store. Those are variables. And data structures means multiple items you have to store. But in real life, suppose you have to carry one book with hand also, without using any bag, with a bare hand you can take. Okay. But if you have to carry number of books, 10 books and all that, what you use? You use a container. What is that? College bag. College bag is not just for storing things and all that. Actually, whenever you want to take out one book, retrieving a book, you should take it very easily. Understand? So, organizing books properly, retrieving, inserting, deleting, all that operation should be done. For that purpose, data structures are used. That is, Variable for storing single data. Data structures are used for storing multiple data in an organized manner. There are different types of data structures. Already I told you, college bag, briefcase, suitcase, trolley bag, air bag, etc. and all that. So, like that, data structures also are different types like stack, array, two-dimensional array, multiple dimensional array, arrays, queue, etc., linked list, etc. And different data structures are there. They are used for different purposes. Okay, that is the second one. Third one is basic function of computer program. Every computer program performs five basic operations. Initially, it performs three operations only: IPO, input, process, and output. Now we see that you take a flour mill. This is a flour mill. Here you put grain. Inside one grinder is there. It makes process, and you get the flour. Flour. This is output. IPO. In that way, any system, analytically, you see any system, it performs three operations: IPO, input, process, and output. Suppose your brain is a subsystem. You pose a question to that, and December 1st is Wednesday. What is day and January 1st? According to logic, it processes and gives output, IPO. So, this is general operations. Generally, every program performs three operations. Technically, there are five operations, all that I am going to explain here. Thereafter, understanding WOOP paradigm. Actually, under paradigm. Paradigm means implementation model. Implementation model. You get it out. What is that? Suppose you have to reach a destination. In order to reach a destination, you have several options. You go by walk, you use bicycle, you may use bike, you may go by car or use a bus. So those are different implementation models. Ultimately, reach the destination. That is called, the implementation model is called paradigm. Actually, for implementing programs also, different paradigms are there. Procedural paradigm, function oriented paradigm, and object oriented paradigm. Actually, object oriented paradigm is the superior one, supermost. And in this, world is treated as a collection of objects. Everything is an object. A car is an object, a tree is an object, cell phone is an object, person is an object, duster is an object, board is an object. Everything is an object. What is tangible and visible, all those are invisible also. Those are objects. How results are generated? One object interact with one or more objects and get the result. Driver object interact with the car to get the result. Now you are the student, I am teacher. I am an object, you are another object. We are interacting with each other to derive a result. And the fifth one is superiority WOOP paradigm. Superiority, it represents the real life. That's why here superiority of the WOOP concept I explain. Five concepts. Before entering into Java, then understand these five concepts and own them. Thereafter, you enjoy the concept and you will be very comfortable in writing program. Next training session onwards, we start writing Java program. Before explaining the five concepts, I would like to draw your attention towards four important points. If you are ambitious to evolve as a professional programmer, then you must focus on these 4 points. You have to grasp the underlying spirit of the 4 points and implement. Obviously, automatically, you will be evolved as a professional. That point you have to understand. The first one is computer common sense. In the roadmap video itself, I told you, in order to evolve as a programmer, the basic requirements are three C's: computer, commitment, and common sense. So, first one is computer common sense. If you want to evolve as a programmer, you must have common sense. Actually, many people use this word, but they do not know the real meaning of that. Common sense means you should know about all the environments around you. You go to bank just for drawing money. Not just to drawing money. What is going on in the bank, which operation they perform. Simple observation is enough. For that you need not study anything at all. Whatever environment you deal with, You should know about that. Automatically, if you have interest, automatically your brain do that. Because of your common sense, you take sound judgments, right judgments in different situations. So common sense is the core. Here I am not talking about intelligence. I am not an intelligent at all, but I have ample common sense. That point you have to understand. Now we are talking about computer common sense. Suppose computer common sense, here five concepts I am going to explain regarding program. Once you learn them, you develop your computer common sense. They avoid the future doubts. So in that way, you have to improve your common sense. For that, what is required and all that, I provide you contextually. And one saying you must remember: one unit of learning requires 10 units of common sense to apply that. One unit of learning requires 10 units of common sense to apply that. Actually, this is a true application oriented study. So, by applications only we learn. By learning, by driving car only we learn car driving. Understand? In the same way, by writing program from the day one, you learn and master programming. So, for this purpose, common sense is very very core. That point you have to understand. So if you are interested, what you require and all that, everything I am providing through my system. Okay. Second one is owning concepts. Actually, many people use that without knowing the real meaning. Owning concept means I ask you one question: what you did yesterday? What you did yesterday means you are able to tell fluently without making any noting and all that. Because that is your experience, it is registered in your brain. In the same manner, whatever concept I ask you, you must be in a position to explain that. When you can do that, when you get that fluency, whenever you own the concept. Own the concept means simple tip I give you. Now, five concepts I am going to explain to you. You start now. I think you never tried for that. Now you start. It is a simple process. First concept is data types and variables. Watch it. It is a matter of 10 minutes or 12 minutes. After completion of the watching, don't move to the next one. You question yourself: can I explain this concept to others? Others means you need not explain in the classroom or before a projector, before a camera. You explain anybody. You call somebody who are interested in explain. Then you will be evaluated as a teacher also, a good teacher. Understand? So, if your answer is yes, can I explain this concept to others means, if you get answer yes, you proceed to the next. If it is not so, once again you watch until you gain confidence that you can explain. Whatever may the language next that comes next, but subject is very important. Third one is subject oriented communication skills. Many people talk about communication skills means communicating in English only. That is partly correct, not fully correct. Subject oriented communication skills means you should have command over that, command over the subject, owning the subject. Already I told you. Then only you can communicate. Suppose otherwise you are really good at English communication, but you don't have any subject, then it is like a wonderful pipeline is there and no water. If there is no water, what is the use of pipeline and taps? That's why subject oriented communication skills you develop by owning that. By that, you can climb the ladder in a management. You will become a leader. You know that all leaders communicate well, communicate subject well. That's why if you want to become a leader, not just getting a job, leader, then subject oriented communication skills are very, very important. So, the tip, whatever I have given in the previous concept, previous point, second point, then you can improve your communication skills. And one more thing, if you love to teach, then this is very important, and you will become a good faculty or good corporate trainer also. That's why always remember, if you are able to speak well, if you are able to communicate subject, then everybody recognizes it. Your brain may have a lot of knowledge, but if you cannot deliver, it is like tank full of water without a tap. What is the use? That point you have to understand. Fourth one, time frame, time framed study plan. Actually, if you want to study Java and master it, you prepare a study plan within the time frame, because everybody is having their own limitations. Because different types of people study that. They may be school goers, college goers, office goers, doctor, doctorate, hobbies, etc. and all that. But once at least a weekly study plan you make out and strictly implement that. At least whatever plan you made, suppose 10 units you want to complete in 1 week, but by Friday if you see, you could complete only 5, another 5 are there, Saturday, Sunday complete. At the weekend you should complete that. In that way, a practicable and a pragmatic study plan you make out, and if you are able to complete within the time frame, then the effectiveness will be there. You start enjoying that. Whenever you have some time and all that, if you study, it is useful only for college exam, not for anything. If you want to become a professional and all that, just to study strictly according to a study plan. According to me, within a couple of months, 2 or maximum 3 months, you can master Java. No doubt about that.